for years, if not in some cases decades. And I'm not. I'm a user. I'm not a Hubble person. I don't work on this project. So why am I here? Well, I represent many communities. Certainly I represent the science community. The last time I was here at Goddard speaking to the media was 14 years ago when comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 was crashing into the planet Jupiter. And I'm sure that many of you remember that incredibly exciting event. And I was honored to be leading the Hubble Space Telescope team that was getting the pictures of Jupiter as it was being pummeled by those comet fragments. Since then, I've gone on to use Hubble for many other scientific experiments, including studying the atmospheres of planets in our solar system, and so have thousands of other astronomers. We send in each year over 1,000 proposals to use the Hubble Space Telescope. As you heard earlier from Ed, this year in cycle 17, only 224 of those over 1,000 were selected. I'm very happy that one of mine was one of them. We, as scientists, use Hubble to study everything in the universe. You've heard some examples today from our solar system out to the very edges of the cosmos. We are very, very excited about the capabilities that this repair mission will enable for us as scientists, both with the new equipment and with the repairs of the older equipment. I'm also here, though, as a representative of the public. I give literally dozens of public lectures each year, and every time I give a lecture, people want to see the Hubble images. That is what they love. People love Hubble. As you know, when there was a possibility that this servicing mission might not happen, there was a huge outcry, not just from the scientists, but from the members of the public themselves, people who are not scientists. They are the ones who wrote letters and made phone calls and sent faxes to try to get that changed. People love Hubble. In my own community, I'm organizing activities for the International Year of Astronomy next year. The enthusiasm is surprising. It comes from all aspects of the community, the teachers certainly, but also the musicians, the librarians, artists, the local politicians, the shop owners, and just regular people. They love Hubble. We, the people, own Hubble. It is a part of our culture, and we treasure it. And finally, I'm here as a representative of all the parents. Since I was here 14 years ago, I've had 3 children. And I volunteer in their library in the elementary school. And I can tell you, week after week after week, the books that go out of the library are astronomy books. And these books are filled with Hubble images. These books are amongst the most tattered books in our library. Already, Hubble has revolutionized our understanding of the cosmos, and they've given our children a much clearer and newer view than we had when we were children. But with this servicing mission, as you've heard, we're going to be expanding our vision even further, giving all of our children, my children, your children, the children of the world, a bigger and more fascinating universe to grow and learn and wonder about. That's why I'm here. Well, why are you here? Why is the press here? Why are you interested in Hubble? Well, the answer is that Hubble is now a fantastic success. And there are 3 reasons I think that it is such a fantastic success. And first is the tool itself. The tool itself is marvelous. I mean, it had its issues, we know, but they have been fixed, and it is working at its peak. Not only is it the best, it's going to get even better. And so the tool itself is one reason you're here. Another reason Hubble has been a success is its target. We have a lot of other fantastic tools in science. Sometimes they study rather esoteric things. But the heavens are available to all of us. And Hubble brings the heavens down to us, and it makes it part of our world. The heavens have always been a source of inspiration for people, and Hubble makes that closer to us. And the third reason, I think, is timing. You know, Hubble came of age at the same time that the internet came of age. People don't think about that very often. But the fact that the internet became the main way that information has been communicated, and the fact that imagery over the internet became a very, very popular part of the sharing of knowledge, and Hubble's images and science, not just images, became popularly available over the internet almost instantaneously, contributed significantly to the spread of astronomy and the spread of knowledge. And those things happened together. Hubble and the internet happened together. And so I think the tools and the target and the timing all came together in a perfect storm to make Hubble one of the most fabulous scientific instruments we have available. So if I had to think of 3 words that I would use to characterize the legacy of Hubble for all of us in the future, those words would be vision, hope, and triumph. And I put together a little video that kind of illustrates this. You know, Hubble's not just a machine. It's more than the telescope and more than the cameras and the equipment. It's a vast network of people who conceived and built and operate and appreciate this incredible tool. And if you could run that video, we'll talk about some of the people who were involved in this. It's the spacecraft builders, not only the scientists, but the engineers, the technicians, bureaucrats, politicians, and everybody who worked together to make Hubble a reality and to keep it a reality. They had to have vision. They had to have hope. And then ultimately there was the triumph of seeing it come to fruition. Astronomers from all around this globe use the telescope. Scientists from everywhere have the hope of using this fabulous machine. It's a triumph of Hubble that it can probe such remarkable breadth, all aspects of science, from the planets to the cosmos, to galaxies, to everything in between. Star formation, galaxy formation. The tools on Hubble have given us the vision needed to study this. But these images are transformed in our imaginations. And they have captured the imagination of kids all around the world. Here's some examples of Hubble images envisioned by kids. Ordinary people love Hubble. The Hubble story resonates with people because it's the story of humanity. It's a story of hope. It's the story of darkness. Darkness in which we eventually triumph. And, of course, the astronaut corps. Not just the astronauts, but the support staff, the shuttle engineers, thousands of individuals who contributed in myriad ways to making this program a success. Their vision of a successful mission, their hope of complete accomplishment, have led not to one, not to two, but to many triumphs in the past servicing missions. The efforts of all of these people culminate in the Atlantis mission a month from now. This final mission to Hubble will fulfill the vision and the hopes of scientists. We have learned so much from this wonderful machine, and yet we hope to answer the questions that still remain. This mission will also fulfill the hopes and visions of thousands of citizens who campaigned to restore this final servicing mission to Hubble. They recognize that Hubble's role is not just science, but it's also hope and inspiration for all the children of the future. And finally, this mission will realize the hopes and the vision and the hopes of the astronauts and all who support them. The Hubble Space Telescope has already earned its place in history as a triumph of science in our modern era. Yet there is more to see, more to learn, more to ponder, and more to wonder at. This mission will give Hubble the tools for a marvelous swan song. One more opportunity to probe this vast universe and all that lies within it. As a scientist, as a longtime user of Hubble, as a public citizen, and as a parent of 3 children, I'm going to be watching this final mission with hope for the future. I'll be marveling at the vision and triumph that Hubble represents, and I wish the shuttle crew a safe flight and a bon voyage.
Okay, and with that, we will start with questions here at Goddard. The usual drill, if you give your name and affiliation and ask or indicate who you're directing your question towards, we'll start with Seth.
Seth Bornstein, Associated Press, maybe for Bob or Ed or Dave.